Hey, fatty! Are you afraid to have sex with the lights on? Well, tonight we're gonna change that because I'm gonna help you lose weight like a fucking motherfucker. So tonight we're gonna start the talk off with about 5 minutes of me ranting about refeeding syndrome because I get a lot of questions about this. So back in like the fucking war times, okay, like we're talking like Japanese POW camps in World War II is when they found out about refeeding syndrome. And it happens with people that are starving to death more so than anything. And people that plain water fast. This is exactly the reason why plain water fasting is shit compared to drinking snake juice. So basically what happens is this. When you start fasting for a long time, you got your cells, okay? And you got a bunch of electrolytes in the cells. And basically, more importantly, it's potassium, magnesium, and phosphate. Basically get very depleted in the cell. But the blood serum levels of those electrolytes stay good, okay? They stay fine, like when you're on long fasts. Okay, obviously down the road on a long dry fast, they're going to get depleted. But most people can't even make it that long. But people can fast. People have fasted a long fucking time on plain water, okay? So what happens, you're fasting on your fucking plain water and you're pissing out all your fucking electrolytes. Soon as all your sodium's gone, potassium follows. Magnesium and the phosphate aren't as abundant. So what happens anyway, especially with underweight people, okay, that's how they figured this out. So with underweight people, they basically started feeding them all this fucking food. And what happened is they spiked the fuck out of their insulin because they're hammering back a bunch of carbs. And then the insulin drives the glucose into the cell. Okay, but you got to remember, our blood serum's still decent. It's still got enough minerals. It's the cells that are low. So then what happens when the insulin starts pumping the glucose into the cell, it starts pumping in the fucking potassium from the blood, the phosphate from the blood, and the magnesium from the blood, and then drops those minerals off the face of the earth in the fucking blood serum. And then you get fucked up. Okay? That's how it works. That's why fucking snake juice works so fucking good. Because you're not fucking, especially the potassium. Because essentially when you keep your sodium up, because sodium is very potassium sparing. So as long as your sodium's good, you're not going to fucking kick a bunch of potassium when you're pissing. Okay? They figured this out in these fucking goddamn World War II camps, and that's why people died. But they were starving to death, like we're talking skin and fucking bone. But most of you fat asses, when you're fasting long period of time, also, the other kicker is you're not in a POW camp, you fat asses. Okay? You're fucking fat, and you got tons of electrolytes entrained in your body fat. So as soon as you're fasting, that's why it takes so long to get depleted. Like, you won't. I had a guy that fasted 40 fucking days straight. And he was just on the bottom end of the magnesium range that they say is still good, which is like 1.8, I think, milligrams per deciliter. Okay, he was like 1.7 after 40 fucking days. Because he's a fat ass and I was only drinking snake juice. Okay? So that's refeeding syndrome. So essentially, snake juice negates it. Okay? Now, from personal experience, just so you're like, holy fuck, Cole's fucking radical. He's telling us to fucking eat like pigs after a fucking long fast. No! Don't be a fucking idiot. Okay? Use common sense. But I'll tell you this, that I fasted for 8 days straight before on snake juice, and I fucking ate a massive amount of food when I came off that fast. And I had no issues. Okay? Because also, so when you're fasting on plain water, see, a lot of these fucking morons on fucking YouTube still promote plain water fasting. It has no place. It's fucking trash. Why would you fast on plain water when you could get the fucking better benefits out of having salt water with respect to your metabolism and keeping your electrolytes up and having no danger factor? If you're gonna fucking have a danger factor in your fasting process, then if you're gonna fucking do it for the hardcore health benefits, then dry fast. Obviously, dry fasting is a bit higher risk when you go days and days and days, but most of you don't even have the fucking willpower to go that long dry fasting anyway. Okay, that's why fucking plain water fasting fucking blows. Don't do it. I'm talking prolonged water fasting too. I'm not talking 24s. I'm not even talking 48s. Like fucking, I'm talking like 24s if you drink plain water and you're eating a meal a day. Fucking most of you guys shouldn't be because you're fat ass, but say you were, you don't even need the fucking snake juice if you fucking salt your meal up enough and you're eating enough vegetables. Okay? Let's see what we got for messages here. I'll start at the start. So, holy fuck, I already got 1 million. Somebody asked me, is this a new shirt? Yeah! This is actually one of the same shirts you guys got finally because I fucking got my sister to give me one of the good shirts because before I just had those old rag shirts that I'd made like 100 years ago. Oh, let's see here. Ronald's down 40 pounds in 3 months. That's what that's the kind of results this shit gets you. Norma asks, I have gallbladder stones. Can I fast? Yes, you can fast. Gallstones are caused by a million reasons. Always bad health, fucking shit diet, okay? But a lot of times, actually, when you chop fat, it doesn't actually give your body a chance to even use your bile. So you'll have like bile buildup. There's a whole, you gotta look into fucking bile and gallbladder and stones and read about it, why they get caused. But regardless, a lot of times it's a hormone issue. So anything that's based off a hormone problem is gonna be fixed by fucking prolonged fasting. Prolonged fasting normalizes your hormones, okay? So that's pretty much every fucking problem you got. Down to skin issues, whatever it is. You're all fucked up because your hormones are fucked. Okay? Let's see here. Here's a good question. Let's talk about fucking coffee for a bit here. So Cutie is me asks, talk about coffee. What can I do to get my energies back? Why do they say fasting on coffee is good? Because they're a bunch of fucking idiots and they obviously haven't dealt with the million people I have that have fucked up stomachs from fucking fucked up HCl levels and H. pylori problems from fucking coffee. Okay? Coffee is trash. Coffee is fucking trash. I fucking say this million fucking times. Okay? It fucks your stomach, whether it's decaf or not. The caffeine itself will fuck your REM sleep. You think, like, your sleep is never going to be as good. You're never getting a deep REM sleep. You might be sleeping, but it's not that deep, awesome REM sleep. Okay? Coffee is fucking shit. Get rid of your little bitch-ass fucking addiction. Okay? If you want to cut it, sometimes I've had crazy withdrawals. That's the other thing about coffee. You know something is shit when you cut it out of your life and you have withdrawals like you're a crackhead. Okay? That's how bad the withdrawals are. I had one girl that didn't talk to me first. She cut the coffee, which was fine, but then she got her little crybaby fucking headache, and then she took some sort of a painkiller that wasn't Tylenol based and fucked her goddamn gut up and was puking for like fucking a whole day straight. Okay? Here's a question. The Daily Planet, he donated me $5. He said he took some borax today. Okay, good. If you're doing the borax kick, like I said, go on fucking Google and read about borax. Okay? Like, I'm one source of information, but fucking do your goddamn research. Okay? Learn the protocols to this shit. I don't want somebody messaging me and being like, oh, I've been taking a tablespoon of borax a day, which is like enough for a month. Sam Fung asks, man, speak about salt. I'm so confused how much salt in the water. Okay, the baseline numbers is going to be, depending who you are, there's a million fucking different ways you can mix snake juice. You got to feel your body out. But a starting point on the day, take 2 fucking liters of goddamn water and put in 2 fucking... For most of you guys, put in 1.5 teaspoons of fucking each of those salts in 2 liters and start fasting. If you don't drink the whole 2 liters, it's not an issue, but get most of it in. Okay? That's it. Start with that and then feel it out. Okay? Just feel it out. If you get diarrhea, cut the salts back. If the diarrhea persists, fucking break the fucking fast with some goddamn vegetables until the diarrhea is gone and then start again. And then readjust the fucking salts. If you got like headaches and you're not and like this is down the road, like not assuming you're not a fucking med or a coffee or a drug addict, like headaches at the start will be from withdrawals, a lot of it. But let's say you're like a week into this and all of a sudden you went from feeling fine to getting a headache, Fuck around with the water intake. Okay, the water's probably low, and you can tell when the water's really low. If you got a headache and your ketone strips are showing extremely dark, you're probably slightly dehydrated. If you don't got a headache and your ketone strips are showing at the darkest color, you're fine. Okay? So don't confuse that. Dark ketone strips don't mean you're fucking dehydrated. It just means that if they're dark and you have a headache, then fucking take a look at how much water you're drinking. Quentin actually made a good point here. So borax gives you boron. 20 milligrams of boron per day increases free testosterone levels. It's actually, yeah, I've read even less than that. But yeah, that's what it does. Is borax good for women as well? Yes, I haven't read nothing that said it was different. In fact, a lot of things on YouTube are actually old black women that have actually been experimenting with this shit because the black people were poor as fuck. So they couldn't even afford doctors. Okay? So a lot of them are the ones that figured out the shit like with turpentine, fucking urine therapy, fucking all this shit. Okay? And they're old. So that's why I trust what they say. Eugene Peterside, he donated me $10. Thanks, fatty. Can you use pH water? Okay, I'm going to get into this quick. Whatever water source you got, if you got to use whatever you got, use it. Okay? But here's the thing. All these fucking bottled waters on the shelf that brag about high pH, that doesn't mean they have good alkalinity. Alkalinity is the dissolved solids in the fucking water. Okay, you could have a water with a pH of fucking 10, and the alkalinity could be shit. Okay, the alkalinity is what's the hydrating factor. Like, look at your urine. Your urine could have like a pH of like 6 or 7, and the alkalinity is like fucking 240 parts per million. They're not the same. One of them's hydrogen ion content. That's pH. Alkalinity is fucking ppm of dissolved solids. Parts per million of dissolved solids. Okay? Let's see here. Joanne Legg, she donated me $10 from New Zealand, I believe. Thank you. Let's see here. Thoughts on water and minerals from food versus water with mineral supplementation. Food's always better. Your body's gonna have a 20,000 times better absorption rate eating fucking food. Okay? Always. Always. That's why, in the end, you want to lose the fucking weight as fast as you can. Fast, hard. Get lean as quick as you can. Okay? Because then you can go back to eating a full-size calorie count in your fucking one meal every 48 hours or a meal a day or whatever fucking fast routine you're doing. Okay? So, like, I don't buy into supplements at all. Other than, obviously, now, natural supplements is different. Like, like man-made shit, like protein powders and shit. Fuck that. Okay, but, like, there's gonna be natural supplements you could buy that are, like, literally the raw supplement in a bottle. Obviously, there's going to be a lot of supplements out there that are good. But I dumb it down because there's a million things if you went into a health food store that you could buy that you could actually put into snake juice that won't break the fat burning part of the fast. Okay, as long as there's no fucking calories and no sweeteners, you're going to stay in ketosis. Okay, so like that, I always look for the extreme shit because I'm extreme. Like that's how I found borax. Like I always look for the extreme shit. The stuff that, like, everybody thinks will kill them. I love fucking finding things that are triggering to take. Okay? But, like, there's tons of shit. Like, dandelion root. Like, fucking turmeric. Like, fuck. Like, there's tons. It's clean stuff. There's good stuff. Like, a lot of these Chinese herbalists, these fucking old ladies are smart. Like, some of the shit that's in their teas is, like, really good shit. Okay? But we're talking about bare bones basics. Fasting, focused, lifestyle, not fucking eating. Okay? You got lots of fucking minerals and shit on your fat fucking gut. Once you get lean, you can fuck around and learn more about that crap. Okay? There's going to be herbalists out there that are very smart that comes to that shit. Okay? I'm your fucking fasting motivator. Okay? I'm trying to help you lose fucking weight as easy and as fast as possible without you fucking dropping dead. Here's a question. Okay, CCF asks, can you consume salt and no salt, so sodium chloride and potassium chloride on a dry fast? No, a dry fast is a fucking dry fast. How are you gonna fucking take that shit? Just swallow it fucking dry? No, the whole reason for a dry fast, why the autophagy effect's so powerful, is because you're not putting anything in your body. That's why you don't even want to fucking... You can do a soft dry fast where you still have showers and shit and wash your hands or whatever, but optimally, if you're fucking like dying, you want to like not touch anything, okay? But like a soft dry fast is going to be crazy, crazy high value for healing regardless. Probably one of the better routines I've done would be a 24-hour, 1 meal a day dry fasting routine when I was eating a fair amount of fruit. Everything reacts a bit different though. Like, now it's not the best for holding my weight, like staying really, really dry looking and cut, but it was good for performance, and I just looked a little wet. Like, I still had abs, but I looked a little wet, where as soon as you cut the fucking fruit out and go straight vegetables, you dry out pretty quick. Here's a good question. What about cream of tartar for potassium? No, it's fucking junk. It's way too much fucking carbs, okay? I would have mentioned this shit before. Okay, everyone wants the tasty treat. Fuck, potassium fucking chloride powder. Not potassium carbonate, not any of this. Potassium fucking chloride powder. Can you weight train on a fast to build muscle? Yeah, for sure, like, now it depends, like, are we talking you're fucking on a fucking 96 or 120 hour fast? Or just generally fasting and you're already lean? Eating like a fucking meal a day or having a fucking big refeed and then skipping a day or whatever. Like if you're eating at maintenance, you can build muscle. Whatever your fasting routine is, if you're eating at maintenance, you can build muscle. It's hard to build muscle on a cut, on an aggressive cut, but technically, fat asses got so much fat. I've had lots of guys that are fat asses. They're like 300 pounds that are actually building muscle, fucking not eating for days. Like they were getting stronger, not eating at all. Because they got so much food on them. Okay? Anthony Portress says, love your stuff. I'm a fitness instructor. Is it safe to do the snake diet? While doing tons, of course, yeah, while doing tons of cardio, of course. I've helped people that are running like marathons, okay? And we fuck around with the macros when they eat before the race to do like carb loading techniques and all sorts of shit. And then they'll fucking load up on salt water and they'll take it with them in the race. Like, this is the best thing you could drink, okay? The best thing you could fucking drink, period. Like, if you're not getting your potassium in on the day, which most people aren't, they should be drinking snake juice anyway. All they would do is they would just cut back the sodium in the snake juice. Like, every fucking person should be drinking fucking salt water. Let's see here. NA2A asks, Cole, what is the average bowel movement one should have in a week? Fasted and 1 meal a day lean person. Good question. This is actually good. I'm going to hit this for a couple minutes. So, if you're on a deficit, let's say you're fasting. When I used to do 48s, and I was eating a meal every 2 days, and I was eating a massive meal. Like, it wasn't a meal. It was like a 4-hour eating window. And I would maintain my body weight. I would basically have the bowel movement like every fucking time I ate right afterwards. Okay? Every time I ate right afterwards. So once every 2 days. Now, if you're eating a meal a day, depending on if you're at a deficit or not. Okay, if you're at maintenance, but you're like a small person and your maintenance calorie count's like fuck all, you might still go every 2 days. If you're on a hardcore fast, you might not go for 10 days. I didn't even go for 10 days straight. Okay, you're not gonna die. All these myths of the fucking shit rotting in your intestines, like shut the fuck up. Like we were meant to fucking starve for days on end, okay? So the main thing is you want to make sure you're not plugged up. So obviously that's why I had that 4-to-1 rule, and it keeps the vegetables high so you don't get plugged up, okay? Let me just scroll back here a second. Okay. So I hope that answers the question. So now, if you're at a deficit, you're not going to shit as much. Pretty simple, okay? If you're at a surplus, you're going to shit more. I've had times where I was actually trying to fatten up. I was actually trying to get fatter, eating 1 meal a day, so I was at a massive surplus, and I was actually taking 2 shits in the day. Okay, 2 a day. And that's at a big surplus, though. So it's always going to go by how much food you're intaking, right? So that's a good point to be made. If you're shitting too much, you're eating too much. If you're trying to lose weight and you're shitting every day, you're eating way too much food. You're at a massive fucking surplus. How the fuck are you going to lose weight? And here's the thing. MyFitnessPal, the low number on there is 1,200 unless they've changed it. I haven't looked at that app for a while. This is the shittiest fucking number in the world. Okay? Most of you women that are pretty sedentary and don't do much, you're not going to lose any weight eating fucking 600 a day. Okay? If you ate 1 meal a day at 600 calories, that's going to be like maintenance. Okay? Most of you women won't lose a pound eating 1,000 calories a day. And MyFitnessPal only goes to 1,200. Fuck. Like, how the fuck are you supposed to lose weight fucking following MyFitnessPal? 1,200 is going to make a lot of you gain. Like, you're not even close to hitting that kind of a fucking number. Okay? Most of the men are going to be under 2,000. Most of the average Joes, unless they're very active at their job, they're going to be like under 2,000 calories on the day. Okay? Like me at maintenance, I'm training every fucking day right now, and I'm probably around 3,000. And I'm training every fucking day. So you can basically cut 1,000 calories off that for the average guy that has less muscle than I do. It's going to be less. You understand? Like, fuck, use the fucking scale feedback to figure out the fucking intake on the day once you're lean, and that's how you maintain. You maintain the same way as you lost the fucking weight. I always get that question too. It's like, how do I maintain once I lost the weight? You fucking maintain the same fucking weight. You just fast and use the scale. Okay? And use the mirror. Are you looking a little soggy? Fast a little longer. Get back to where you should be. Get your fat ass back to where you should be. Maybe you gained 5 pounds over the weekend. Fast a little longer. It's so fucking easy. Okay? The only way you can just gain weight back like an idiot is if you start eating like a fucking idiot again. Holy fuck, I got a million questions here. Just wait a second. Here's one from Channel Ambition. Great stuff. I know the starting point with the juice, but when do you get started on the cayenne and vinegar mixtures? How much is the starting point for all that? Good. That's a good question. So, sometimes right off the bat, I'd recommend just don't do anything but the 2 salts for the first 48. You can knock back the vinegar, but sometimes if there's something else in the equation and you get diarrhea, you won't know what the fuck's causing it. Okay, it's that old school trick. Okay, get rid of any fucking variable so you know what the fuck's going on. So you knock back the 2 salts, and then when you feel good, add in the vinegar. And the cayenne pepper, you can basically pound that back at will. Okay, like you're not going to be able to OD on cayenne pepper. You'd have to fucking have balls of steel. Like, it'll just burn your fucking mouth and fucking beat shit. Okay? And the vinegar, like even a good example, like I have an example of that vinegar fucking baking soda cocktail, okay, that kidney drink. But honestly, a lot of times what I'll do is I'll just fucking grab a glass of fucking water and I'll fucking take a tablespoon of vinegar and knock it in my mouth really quick and just drink the water quick. You know, it depends if I want to have the baking soda that moment. Because I might not want to have the baking soda. Because it might be close to a fucking where I'm still digesting food or something. But for most of you fat asses, if you're fasting for days on end, you could knock back that baking soda and that vinegar all the time, like, you know, a couple times a day. Like, fuck, 4 tables. Like, if you get the shits or feel shitty ever, cut everything out that doesn't need to be there. Okay? So the minimum is going to be those 2 salts. So cut everything and then fucking incorporate shit back in when you feel better. This is just simple fucking logic, okay? It's just simple logic. Let's see here. Johnny Perkins asked, he's 5'8", 185 pounds, muscular. He wants to lose 15 pounds. What do you recommend eating daily when you aren't fasting but still in ketosis? Calories, what to eat? So watch the scale and dial the fucking eating routine and around your training. Okay? Because like I said, who knows what the fucking calories are going to be? I don't know what the fuck you're doing for fucking activity on the day. Use the fucking scale And if you want to cut, the best way to cut, period, the best way to cut that last 10 or 15 pounds, 15, you got a pretty good chunk of fat. You could easily do 48s and throw in some 72s. But if you're trying to really get fucking shredded, the easiest way to cut like that last 10 is going to probably be on no more than fasting on 42s and strict fucking keto. Strict keto. You do not want to ever cut on carbs. Ever. Ever. You never want to cut on carbohydrate, on a carbohydrate eating fasting routine. Okay? You want to fucking be in ketosis 24 fucking 7 when you're cutting. Because that will be the most muscle sparing way to fucking cut fat. Period. Period. Okay? Like right now, if I went and do a cut for like the next week, I would be eating strict keto because I'm quite lean already. I'd be at a 1 meal a day routine. If I was fatter, it'd be strict keto on a 1 meal every 48 hours or every 72 or 48s and 72s or whatever. Okay? Strict fucking keto when you're trying to cut. And then once you've lost the body fat you want to get rid of, then you amp up the fucking carbs again to get that explosive energy back. Because truth be told, to all the keto fucking like diehards out there, like I love the ketogenic macro routine for certain things, but in actuality, you'll never, ever, 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 ever have the explosive strength as if you're eating fucking carbohydrates. I don't give a fuck what you say. You know what? A lot of people are like, well, I'm fucking stronger than I've ever been. That's because before you started the keto diet, you were a fucking pussy-ass little bitch. Okay? I'm talking elites. Okay? It's the same as somebody that's like on a vegan diet and like, I feel better than ever. It's because you're a fat fucking pig that was eating McDonald's every day before he started the vegan diet. Okay? It's relative. Okay? I'm talking somebody that's fucking an elite power lifter. Okay? I know from experience that fucking goddamn low carb kick kills your fucking explosive strength. Good endurance, good stamina, explosive strength goes to shit. It's good for cutting though. And then you go back to the carbs depending what your goals are. You can stay on the keto routine for a while. Jay Rootlip donated me $50. Thanks, Bell. Thanks, pal. Let's see here. Let's see. Trying to fucking catch it. Here's a young fan of mine. This is actually interesting. 5'7", 170 pounds, 16 years old. Why do people tell youngsters not to fast? Because people are fucking morons. Okay? Morons. You young kids can fucking fast just the same. That's how you would have been living back in the fucking Stone Age, just the same. The only fucking person that doesn't need to fast is a breastfeeding baby. Okay, obviously there's milk there all the time, so it's probably meant to be used most of the time. Okay? Fuck if you're a fat ass fast. I don't give a fuck if you're fucking 4 years old. Fuck. You can have a wider eating window. You can fuck around, but you should be fasting. Everybody should be always fasting most of the day, unless they're doing an alternating day fasting routine. Now, there is going to be the rare person out there that's so fucking active, that literally they can't eat enough in a sitting, so they'll have to have a wider eating window. But they're still fasting most of the day. So that'd be back to like more of a mainstream intermittent fasting routine. That'd be the extreme case. I'm talking like somebody that's fucking swimming like 2 fucking miles or fucking 3 miles a day. And they need more food, so there's no way they're going to eat it in an hour window or something. They open up the fucking eating window, but they don't eat multiple meals throughout the day. They open the fucking eating window up. Okay? Let's see here. Oh, Yazi Dia Yana. Will my menstrual cycle affect this diet? So, as far as your period goes, you're always going to hold some water when you're on your rag, okay? But one thing that I've had experience with all the women I've helped, as soon as you start fasting and the hormones balance out, sometimes you'll lose your fucking period it'll throw it out of whack. So don't freak out. Who fucking cares? You feel good. Who gives a shit? Just trust the fucking process. Everything's going to level out eventually once you're fucking healthy again. But you'll hold water when you're on your period for sure. So and then a lot of times positive things were like way less bleeding, way less fucking bleeding after a while. I've had women that were like, their periods were painful, and blood everywhere. And then there's like, after they started fasting and got healthy, there's like no fucking blood. Okay? Let's see here. Here's a good question. Actually, this is a funny one because I was reading about this today. Hey, Cole, what's your opinion on the importance of calcium? Specifically sourced from raw milk where it contains lactase enzyme to break down lactose and is readily absorbable calcium. Fuck, seriously? If you can find a grass-fed cow and you could suck milk off the cow's tit, I'd have one in my bedroom. Okay, that's probably one of the best fucking things you could take in your body, period. But shelf milk is trash because all the boiling they do of the milk, they basically fuck the goddamn enzymes that you're talking about. And what else was I gonna say? Oh, as far as the calcium goes, here's the problem with calcium in general. Most people's bodies, because they don't fast, don't mobilize calcium or the shit. That's why they have knee joints and knee fuck-ups when they're like 40. Okay, and that's where borax is another thing, mobilizes calcium like crazy. Fasting mobilizes calcium. Your body will actually start using the calcium, not just stashing it in your joints. Okay, but raw milk from a fucking, if you could find it, like have fun. Like I've tried finding it. I'd have to go fucking move in with the Hutterites. Fuck. And I don't even trust that theirs is organic anymore. Okay, let's see here. Biggie Talls asks, hey Cole, I'm 6'8". So he's a big son of a bitch. Okay, what would you say my ideal weight should be? I'm currently 350 pounds, been fasting the last 21 days, down 40 pounds. Well, it's not 350, obviously, right? Okay, so like, I don't know how much muscle you got, but even at 6'8", like a good comparison, because you're kind of a one-off, go look at some 6'8" basketball players. Go fucking find some stats on like a lean 6'8" fucking basketball player and see what their fucking weight is. And end of the day, get ripped. Get down to where you have fucking abs. That's your ideal weight at this moment with this much muscle mass. Then down the road, if you start putting on more muscle mass, then you fucking weigh more. But just get abs. With the men, it's easy. Get fucking down to where you got goddamn abs. If you can see at least 4 to 6 abs, you're pretty on the ball. Because even me, if I actually gain a bit of weight, I still can see my six-pack. And I know at that point, I'm not as lean as I could be. So that's still pretty good. Abs. Abs lean. Okay? Here's one. April Rain asks, how do you know when to break a fast? She meant. Just a willpower thing. I get to the point where I can't get out of bed in my 5th day, but I've done so many fasts to 5 days. Common sense. Okay? If you are getting to the point where you've tried to fuck around with the salts and you still are getting super lightheaded when you stand up, like if you stand up and you're like weak, but if you feel good, you can probably keep chugging away. But if you feel really weak and shitty, break it. Like 5 fucking days. You know, like honestly, if everybody watching this video right now is doing 1 meal every 4 days, I would not complain. Okay? Fuck, even if you were doing 72s, obviously you're not going to lose as much weight on 72s as you will on a 5-day fast. But if everybody involved in the snake diet period right now was fucking eating in a 1 hour eating window every 72 hours, I'd be happier than the pagan shit. Okay? Let's see here. Just gotta back this thing up. I actually got my phone plugged in tonight, so as long as my voice doesn't get all fucked up. Johnny said, yeah, thanks for answering my question. No problem, buddy. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, here's a good question. Nicole Perkins asks, does cayenne pepper help to lose body fat faster? I won't say that, but one thing it does do is it definitely cranks up your fucking blood flow. It dilates your blood vessels. It cranks up your energy in the gym. Like, there's no doubt if you knock back, if you're keeping the cayenne pepper and the snake juice, you will feel good. Okay, I told the story before how I started using it, and it was because I fucking actually gave myself an ulcer with an experiment, and that's how I came across it and started using it. Okay, it heals. It acts as like a local anesthetic, actually, and it'll heal ulcers. It'll start making your gut produce more mucus. Okay? Let's see here. Let's see. I'm just trying to. Fuck, this is a fucking stupid question. Don't ask stupid fucking questions. Is puking after eating a good idea? Obviously not, you fucking idiot. Jesus Christ. Oh, here's a good question. April Rain asks, do you recommend workout on a dry fast? Depends how long. Are you doing 48-hour dry fast? Fine. 72s on that third day? No. Okay, once you get into a 72-hour dry fast, you're not fucking working out on that third day. I've done a routine where I ate, and this is a high fruit fucking meal, basically a pretty wide eating window, and I ate and I trained the next day and the next day. So I was doing 48s with 2 training days and then a refeed on the second night. Okay, and I felt great. That worked pretty well. But I did another experiment where I trained 2 days in a row, and then the third day I didn't do, and I hit a wall. I actually would usually hit the wall on electrolytes at the end of the 48 hours on the dry fast. That's assuming I fucking loaded up on fruit going into it. Because if you didn't load up on the electrolytes, you might hit the wall earlier than that. So I'd hit that wall on electrolytes at about 48, and basically I'd feel like shit. And then then the dry fast at that point is just a fucking grind. You're straight up doing it for fucking straight up health issues at that point. You're not your performance is shit at that point on a dry fast. Can I take Adderall and birth control while dry fasting and or water fasting? What do you need fucking Adderall for? It's fucking trash. Okay, it's like fucking goddamn speed. If I'm getting that correct. Yeah, that's the one. And then like on a dry fast, you don't take nothing. Cut this shit. And then as far as the birth control goes, birth control fucks your hormones and makes you fat. I have a YouTube video that talks about birth control, okay? None of it's natural. It's trash. Okay? Probably the only real decent birth control is going to be if you're not a dumbass and you're using the one where it measures your body temperature so you can figure out when you're ovulating based on your fucking body temperature. Everything else is junk. Okay? All the fucking IUDs are trash. Okay? The pill's trash. The pill fucks women up really bad. So do some of those IUDs. Autumn Byrne asks, what about caffeine withdrawal? What about it? Cut your coffee, don't be a fucking crybaby and fucking get that caffeine out of your system and start fucking fasting. Fuck, cut the fucking coffee. Coffee is fucking trash. Just wait a sec. See, I got some salt water here because my voice gets so fucking hoarse when I'm yelling. Yeah, you fatties. Okay. Okay, let's see here. Hey, Cole, you are blowing up quite quickly. Are you ready for this fame as a fitness motivating guru? Fuck, all I like to do is I just help fat people and I bust people's balls to get healthy, okay? My main goal is this. I've talked about it before. If I start making some fucking decent money, my buddy Joe is building an app, and down the road I want to be paying fat people to lose weight. I just got to design a program, and I'm going to be having fat loss contests where I'm giving away fucking crazy amounts of money. That's my goal. So then they can't fuck with me. I'll be like, you know, like the system can't fuck with me. Like, say if somebody's got cancer, I'll be like, well, here's fucking 10 grand. Start fasting, and if you cure the cancer, you get paid. System can't do too much at that point, can they? Swole Rick asks, good strength routine with fasting. Depends again, are you a fat ass or are you trying to just maintain your body weight? Because honestly, if you're trying to lose weight, fucking frequency is key, heavy weight, low volume, perfect form, and then maybe do like fast as long as you can. Like You might even pull up if you're a fat ass. You could probably, like I have a guy I'm coaching right now, and he does like 4 or 5 days in a row. And he's hitting the gym every day. But he's not taxing his body. Don't fucking train to fucking failure anyway if you're a natural. And don't tax the fuck out of your body when you're on a massive cut. Okay, like say if I was bench pressing. If I was on an 8-day fast and I had enough fat to pull that off. If I went to the gym each day and maybe lifted like 60 to 80% of my max for like doubles and triples and fours, at most maybe 10 working reps. I'm gonna fucking have a nice cut, I won't tax my body, and I'll still keep all my strength. Now if I went to the gym and started repping off till failure like 2 days out of the week, I'll tax the fuck out of my muscles and I'll lose strength doing that. Okay? Stroncal asks, when are you going to buy land and plant a garden? Actually, that's a good question because down the road, that's the only thing that's shitty in my life right now is my food sources are shit. Because I can't afford to buy the best fucking food because it's expensive. I'd like to just move somewhere where I fucking had a gym and then I could just go fucking pick apples off the trees and shit. And then have some sort of a meat source that was truly clean. Let's see here. Let's see. Oh, here's a good one. Chelsea Blackjack asks, my husband is type 2 diabetic and has severe high blood pressure. He's very hesitant to start his fast. I told him to cut his cut the metformin. How long would he have to wait to cut the blood pressure? So this is so simple. Type 2s are a fucking joke to deal with. Cut the fucking metformin. Start the fucking fast. Okay? You can even, if he's really, really unhealthy, like crazy, and his blood pressure from experience, you know, is going to spike like a son of a bitch cutting the blood pressure meds, just stay on them temporarily until the blood pressure comes down below what it should be, then cut the meds. I've had people cut the meds cold right off the bat because as soon as they started the fast, within like 24 hours to 48 hours, their blood pressure dropped like a rock because the blood sugar was clearing out of their blood like crazy. So you got to understand when your fucking blood sugar's at like fucking 20, it's like you got fucking molasses running through your veins. Like try fucking blowing molasses through a garden hose versus water. Which one's going to be harder to blow through the garden hose? Okay? It's like fucking, that's how it works. It's fucking viscosity. You're fucking, and also not to mention all the inflammation and basically having high blood sugar all the time is like fucking sandpaper to your fucking arteries. And that's why your arteries get so fucked up that your little tiny arteries get so damaged that you end up losing your eyesight and you got to get your hands and feet chopped off. Okay? Type 2 diabetes is a fucking joke. Just fucking start fasting. It's a joke. It's a fucking scam. Fucking beat that shit in 2 fucking months. And then, if you want to test to see if you've actually cured it, you'll know because you'll be able to handle a load on carbs and your fucking blood sugar will recover within like an hour. Like say right now, if I was fasted and went and ate a bucket of chocolate ice cream in 1 hour, my blood sugar will be through the roof for an hour and then it'll drop like a fucking rock because my body can basically compensate for all that fucking sugar so quick. Because my liver, because I'm insulin sensitive and my liver is not fucked up and all insulin resistant. Hoodlum Ratsky asks, recommended carb intake if he's lean and 1 meal a day. Well, it depends. Like, it depends on the type of carb. So you want to stick to fucking glucose, not fructose. So like, if I'm eating a carb meal for performance, you know, I don't even eat carbs every day. I'll more like fucking cycle the carbs. Okay, I might even go like 100 grams worth of carbs or even maybe 200 grams worth of carbs via rice on a day. And then the next day I'll cut the rice altogether and just eat like carrots and maybe some apples. You see? You got to feel that out by how you look and how you feel in the gym, but more how you look. Because if you knock back too much carbs, you're going to spill over. And then you're going to fucking see that you're actually gaining a bunch of fucking weight. Okay, so a good starting point is just go low at first. Go low so you're always looking lean and then just crank it up. But like maybe 100 grams of fucking carbohydrate from rice would be a good start. 100, maybe 150. Depends how much exercise you're doing. Devin Tripp asks, I don't understand why I'm fatigued. Well, I need more information. Let's see here. The hot ass beat clap. Nice name. So refeeding is dangerous only when you're lean, right? No, fuck. It's not dangerous. Okay, that's what I was talking about at the start of this video. When you're eating snake juice or drinking snake juice, it negates fucking refeeding syndrome. Okay? So obviously there's a point. Like if you're coming off a long fucking fast, like don't be stupid. If you're gonna fucking refeed, especially if it's dry, you start getting fluids in first, get your baking soda in, get your water in, take a break for a couple hours, then maybe once you are urinating normally again, then knock back some cucumbers, maybe some coconut water, okay? And then when you feel like you're actually getting back to normal, then eat a fucking small meal. Okay? That's how you break it. It's common sense. Most of this shit's common sense. Fuck. Okay. Let's see here. Here's one. Chronic the Hedgehog. Cole, if you accidentally put food in your mouth and then spit it out after realizing your mistake, does it break the fast? No, it shouldn't. It shouldn't. Like, sometimes our minds are fucked up and maybe you could spike your insulin slightly, but no, you're not going to break the fucking fast. Just keep the fucking food out of your trap. At least you spit it out. Sala R asks, do I ever train anyone remotely in the USA? No, I'm not. I'm strictly fucking motivating fat loss and fasting focused lifestyle right now. And my goal is I might move to a different city where they have where a guy I know is building a very awesome fitness facility. And then I'm going to train there. Okay, here's a question. I won't get into this, but too much. Krieg asks, what was young Cole like and what made you what you are today? Tons of experience, buddy. Tons of experience. Fuck, like right from grade school up. Like you're a product of all the events that happen in your life. It's not just one thing. Okay, you're a product of everything. Okay, maybe when you were a kid, you seen some nasty shit. Maybe somebody died in front of you when you were 6, or maybe you got in a fight with somebody, or you're getting bullied and you fought back. Like all these like situations is what makes you who you are. And a lot of times that's what makes you fat too, because a lot of it's confidence issues from shit that happened when you were a kid. JG Harris donated me $1. Thanks, man. Let's see here. I'm relatively lean. Is eating carbs before lifting recommended, or is it lifting on an empty stomach fine? That's a good question. Okay. As far as when you eat on the day, when I did the McDonald's kick, I was eating at 11 a.m. And then I was fucking going home and having a nap and training at night. And I actually felt good. So it all depends how you feel. But here's the fucking secret. This is the secret. You will get a better result eating the exact same meal in the morning than you will eating it at night. Period. The only thing is, most of you people don't have enough self-discipline to eat in the morning because you'll want to eat before you go to bed, which makes nighttime eating a little easier. Now, there's going to be and also, you never want to eat close to bedtime if you're eating a large amount of food if you're lean. But there's no doubt about it. If you eat right when you wake up, it's like the old breakfast is the best meal of the day. If you eat right when you wake up and there's carbs in that meal, you can actually get back into ketosis by the next morning. Versus if you ate that same meal at night, you'll have a harder time getting into ketosis by the next night. Okay, I've experimented with this. I'm talking the same fucking meal. So when I was doing the McDonald's kick, I was eating 3 double quarter pounders and some salad, which amounted to nothing for calories, and some peanut butter. And I just juggled the peanut butters, how much on the day, via what the scale showed in the morning before I went to McDonald's at 11 a.m. Now, if I would have been eating that meal exact same at night, I would have fucking gained weight on the same calorie count. This is a fucking fact. This is another example how calories are not just calories and how the timing works. It's amazing how when you eat in the morning and then you train and then you're fasted when you go to bed, you'll actually burn more fat. And I believe that it's actually because as long as you can sleep because you're not too lean, you will sleep better. You will sleep better and you won't have to get up to take a piss. See, if you eat later in the evening and you're eating some fucking wet foods, you might have to piss, which will break your sleep. So you'll have that broken sleep because of that. But now, if you're a fat ass and your refeed is like that big, it ain't going to matter when you eat it. The best time for you to eat that little refeed is probably going to be at the end of the day. Because that way you have the least amount of chance of fucking shit up. Okay? So, honestly, optimally, if you're very advanced and you have that willpower, you could fuck around with eating breakfast and then not eating all day, and then you'd make sure you train like a good 4 hours down the road. Okay? Or it wouldn't even really matter. You'd eat a big breakfast and train pretty much whenever you want on the day. But that's the trick. Because I experimented with this again about 2 weeks ago, and I remembered in the past, like, when I didn't know as much, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, when I was eating McDonald's, all these carbs, because I realized it was actually harder for me to stay lean, eating at night. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm eating cleaner, I'm eating better, and I was staying leaner eating McDonald's in the morning. And it was because of that. It was because I was eating in the fucking morning, and you'll get in a better fat burning mode. Okay, you'll be in a better state. Your liver, like, you'll already almost in ketosis by the time you go to bed. Okay, let's see here. Joe Armsby says, Cole, can you just drink the amount you piss? Because if you drink too much, I gotta piss throughout the night. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. So, if you ate in the morning, because you're up all day, doesn't matter how much you're drinking. And then you can taper off your fluid before you go to bed, and you might sleep the whole night without taking a piss. Because I always found, because I'm trying to, like, especially if I was dry fasting on a 24 and eating like a pile of fucking fruit at night, I'd have to piss twice. That's no good. Okay, if I would have ate the same thing in the morning and then waited for a while and then trained when I was semi-fasted, like 5-6 hours down the road, fucking way better fucking result for maintaining body weight. Way better. Okay? Let's see here. If I missed your question, just type it again. Okay? Because these are blowing up quick. Just type it again. Okay? Let's see here. Here's a question. How often do you brush/floss your teeth? I've been brushing mine every day right now, but that's because I've been eating a meal a day right now because I'm training 7 days a week. But if I'm not, fuck. Essentially, especially if you're not eating garbage, you'll eat. If you're well hydrated, you'll brush your teeth once and your breath will smell fine for fucking days. Like days. Like my breath is perfect. Like 3 days into a fast, 4 days into a fast. Okay, because why would it smell bad? It's going to be fine. Okay, Devon Tripp, this is a good question. Another one. You guys got to calibrate this shit. So, I thought Cole said if we were sedentary, we would need only maybe half a liter of water. I didn't ever fucking say a half a liter of fucking water. Okay? Drink enough water till you fucking feel like you don't need any water. But if you're over drinking water, sometimes it's because you're low on electrolytes. Because your body's telling you that you need something, but then what you're doing is you're drinking water with no minerals in it. So then you're just fucking, it's just counterproductive. Okay? Drink water if necessary. Like, fuck, you gotta feel your body out. Like, I don't care if you, like, most of you women that are sedentary won't need more than a couple liters, but I got some guys that are fat asses that are burning so much fucking body fat fasting that some of them would drink as much as 3 liters in the day. Okay, it's not like I'm gonna fucking come and fucking chew you a new asshole if you're drinking fucking water. Just don't use it as a crutch for hunger. Because that's one of the biggest problems. It's like, oh, I'll just keep drinking water. And then you might as well be fucking plain water fasting and getting all fucked up. Large P says, you're going to get suicided for curing people's cancer. They can't make money off of that. Well, fuck, hopefully I'll fucking make some money. I'll hire a fucking bodyguard. Maybe I'll hire The Rock or something. Okay, let's see here. Paul Williams asks, what do you know about 35% food grade fucking hydrogen peroxide? I know it won't kill you, because my roommate takes it every fucking day. 35% stuff. That's the stuff that's fucking gonna basically be really good for a lot of things. They were using it to kill cancer in the States. A lot of people were fucking, like that girl said, getting suicided for... Basically, that's another thing that'll fucking kill everything. You take fasting combined with some of these really hardcore fucking medicines, these natural medicines, these natural occurring things, and you know, you got some crazy ass fucking power to basically cure anything within a month. The fasting alone will cure everything in a fucking month, and once you start adding some of this other shit, like if you were fasting and then you were getting like vitamin C therapy, like injections and shit to fucking try to kill cancer, like holy fuck, like you're gonna beat this shit so fast it's gonna blow your fucking mind. Here's one. J.G. Harris asks, I'm a pilot in the middle of a 5-day fast. I need to keep my energy levels up. Last night I almost passed out, almost crashed into the ocean with 300 passengers. How can I keep my energy up? Well, fuck, don't do 5-day fasts, okay? If your main goal is weight loss, okay, and you're not trying to heal anything really critical, fucking cut it back to a tiny meal on 48s. Like, you know how much fucking weight you're gonna lose eating a fucking tiny, ketogenic, fucking 500 to 1,000 calorie meal if you're a male on a 48-hour fucking fast? You're gonna lose weight like crazy. Okay? Like, common fucking sense. Now, if you're trying to heal something, you're not gonna be up in the fucking plane anyway. You're gonna be down on the ground at your house, dry fasting for 5 days to heal something up. Okay? Martha Julian. She's a female. She's fat. 300 pounds. 300 pounds, 59 years old. Fuck, okay, we gotta get you some help. You're not gonna be around long. Pre-diabetic, and according to my labs, the rest of the numbers are good. Where should I start? Simple. Go get a good quality water source. Go buy some Himalayan pink salt. Go buy some potassium chloride powder. You can get the Now brand off the internet for anybody that can't get it in the store. The no salt or the salt free is in the store. There's other cheaper ones. There's other shit. Norton makes one. Potassium chloride powder. And then essentially mix up 2 liters of fucking water. Throw 1.5 teaspoons of each of those salts in the water and start drinking it. Okay? It's the fasting that gets the results, people. Okay? You're just drinking the salt water to drag the fast along. So you can lose fucking weight like mad. Okay, that's it. Let's see here. Isn't that what our bodies used to do in survival? Store as much as possible until our next meal. If your body's working properly, when you eat, if you're eating in a surplus, you should store fat quickly if your body's healthy. Okay, it's the people that have fucked up stomachs that can't store any fat. Okay, but all you fat asses don't think that you're storing fat quickly. You've just systematically got fucking fat as fuck over the years. I'm talking somebody that can really gain weight eating clean and fasting. Okay, that's a healthy body. That's a good thing to be able to stash. Like, if I was stranded out in the bush right now, and I went and fucking killed a deer, and I only had so many hours to eat on the deer, I'd want to stash as much fat as I could on my body so I'd go as long as I could once I had no food again for fucking 2 or 3 days straight. Okay, I'm going to wrap this up. I'm going to try to keep it at an hour just because my throat will be fucked. And I'll be back again tomorrow night at 8. Okay? So if I missed any of your questions, I know people were doing those fucking those super chats. I might have missed one. Thanks everybody for the donations. So if you're not on the Snake Diet Motivation group on Facebook, go on that group. If you have any other questions, hit me up personally on Facebook, on Messenger, Cole Robinson. Facebook Messenger is where I communicate with people because I don't have fucking time to text. And there's no fucking tone in text. Okay? And if the messengers aren't working, go out and back in and do it again. Sometimes people have issues with the little messenger loading up. Okay? And then subscribe to this channel. Make sure you click that little bell so you get the notification when I do these talks. I think I might not do them Friday night or Saturday night, and then Sunday night will be just a hardcore motivation talk about whatever the fuck I want to talk about. Fucking fat fucking goddamn fucking plus size models. I still gotta get that one out since it got deleted last time. Fuck, that made me mad. Okay, and then my Instagram is snake_diet_wizard. Check it out. There's lots of transformations on there. Watch all my fucking YouTube videos, okay? So everyone have a great night and get that fat in ya.